You've heard it a million times, right? When things get crazy, someone always says, just take a deep breath. It's so common, it's almost, well, it's a cliche. But what if there's more to it? What if that's not just folksy wisdom, but a powerful biological command? Well, that's what we're going to unpack today, the real hard science behind that simple little phrase. So, what's the deal? Why is that the go-to advice? Breathing. It just seems way too simple to fight something as complicated as stress or anxiety, doesn't it? And yet, it's what we all turn to. Turns out, there's a very, very good reason for that, and we're about to dive into exactly what it is. To get to the bottom of it, let's start by looking at things like meditation, yoga, and Tai Chi. As these practices have blown up in popularity, the science has been racing to catch up. And the benefits they're finding? They're kind of staggering. We're talking about everything from your physical health to your mental state, and even boosting your brain power and fighting inflammation. Now, here's what's really interesting. These practices are all so different, right? You've got quiet, focused meditation. You've got the physical poses of yoga, the slow, flowing movements of Tai Chi. They look nothing alike. So what's the common denominator? What one thing could possibly be responsible for such a massive range of benefits? Well, it turns out the answer has been hiding in plain sight the whole time. You look across all of these ancient traditions and all the modern versions, and there's one thing they all share. The central instruction is always about controlling, or at least paying attention to your breath. Moving with the breath, observing the breath, breathing is the key. But we're not talking about just any old breathing. As you can see here, there are two main ways we do it. On the left, you've got what we'll call efficient breathing. It's through your nose, it's deep down in your belly, it's slow, it's steady. On the right, that's inefficient breathing, the kind we all slip into when we're stressed. It's shallow, up in the chest, fast, and often through the mouth. The whole point of these practices is to shift us from that stressed out state on the right to the calm, cool, and collected state on the left. Okay, so breathing is the link. We got it. But that just brings us to a much bigger question, right? How on earth can a simple physical action, just inhaling and exhaling a little differently, actually lower your blood pressure or make you more focused? The magic isn't about getting more oxygen. The real secret here goes way deeper. See, the answer isn't where you'd think it would be. Yeah, the whole process kicks off in your lungs, but the chain reaction it sets off, that travels through your entire body. It's all about a message that gets sent along this vast internal communication network, a kind of biological superhighway that plugs your brain into nearly every single important organ you've got. And this superhighway has a name, the vagus nerve. And let me tell you, this is the absolute star of our show today. It's the longest nerve coming out of your brain, and it's the main player in what scientists call your parasympathetic nervous system. But you can just think of it as your body's rest and digest mode. It is, quite literally, the master switch for calm. To really get why this nerve is such a big deal, think of your nervous system like a car. It's got a gas pedal and a brake pedal. The gas pedal is your fight or flight response. It revs everything up. The brake pedal is your rest and digest response. It slows everything down. And the vagus nerve? That is the foot that is physically pressing down on that brake. So, how does this all circle back to our breath? Well, researchers have this awesome model for it called respiratory vagal stimulation. It's a fancy term, but the idea is simple. When you intentionally breathe in a specific way, nice and slow with really long exhales, you are, behaviorally, stimulating your own vagus nerve. You are literally, manually pressing your body's own brake pedal. Here's how this little hack works in real time. First, you consciously slow your breath way down and you really focus on making that exhale longer than the inhale. Second, tiny sensors in your body send a signal up that vagal superhighway to your brain that basically says, hey, all clear up here, we are safe. Third, your brain gets that message and tells the vagus nerve to flip the rest and digest switch for the whole body. And fourth, you feel the results. Your heart rate drops, blood pressure goes down, and your muscles start to unclench. And what's so cool about this is what the researchers call a biofeedback loop. By consciously making your body act relaxed through your breathing, your mind goes, oh, we must be relaxed, and then it tells your body to relax even more. You see? You're starting a loop where relaxing your body literally relaxes your mind. So once you learn how to tap into this superhighway, it's not just one little effect. It's like a domino effect. A whole cascade of scientifically proven positive changes start happening. So let's connect the dots back to those amazing claims we saw at the beginning. Okay, on the physical side, the payoffs are huge. Activating the vagus nerve directly slows your heart rate and can lower blood pressure. Do that over time, and you're actually reducing major health risks. And get this is wild. The vagus nerve also helps control inflammation in your body and can even improve your immune system. And for your mental health? Oh yeah, the impact is just as massive. By pumping the brakes on that fight or flight system, you are directly turning down the volume on the physical feelings of stress. In fact, studies show that having a more active vagus nerve is linked to lower anxiety, fewer symptoms of depression, and just an overall better sense of well-being. Now, this next part might be the most surprising of all. That vagal superhighway doesn't just send messages down from the brain. It sends them back up, too, and it influences the parts of your brain in charge of complex thinking. Research shows that a more active vagus nerve is tied to better focus, a sharper working memory, and more control over your attention. So calming your body can literally make your mind sharper. How cool is that? Okay, so we've talked about all of these incredible benefits, but we have to take a second for a really important safety note. These breathing techniques are fantastic tools for managing day-to-day stress and for long-term health. What they are not is a substitute for a doctor in a real emergency. Look, if you ever experience severe, sudden shortness of breath, or if it comes with chest pain, or if you notice things like bluish lips or sudden confusion, that is not the time to practice breathing. That is the time to call for immediate medical help. It is absolutely vital that you know the difference. So, what's the big takeaway here? It's this. Your breath is so much more than just an automatic function to keep you alive. It's a control panel. You have a powerful, built-in toolkit that's with you 24/7, and you can use it to consciously reach in and shift your own nervous system from stress to calm. And you know what? Let's not just talk about it. Let's try it. You can do this super simple tummy breathing exercise right now. Just get comfortable, put one hand on your belly. Now breathe in slowly through your nose and feel that hand rise. That's your diaphragm working. Then breathe out slowly and feel your hand fall. That's it. Just doing that for 3 or 4 minutes can start to activate that whole calming response. And all of this brings us to one last big question to think about. The science is clear that simple advice to take a deep breath is actually a profound biological command. It's a direct line to the control center for your entire stress response. So if you have that much power over your own internal world with something you do 20,000 times a day without even thinking, what else are you in control of?